Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Issue with Dr. Stan. We are still on sexless marriage because that is a very important matter. And we will not stop until we must have deal with every component, every part, every parcel of it. Having outlined some causes of sexlessness in marriage, we also want to bring to your knowledge some of the things you can do that is for the people that want to help themselves, because there are those that have vowed that they will not help themselves. There are those that have vowed to destroy their marriage and destroy themselves. But for those of you that have a kind of gotten what we are saying and you are interested in making amends, we can also help you with some of the things you will be doing, some of the things you'll be saying to make amends that you need in your marriage. Therefore, we are going to discuss how to correct sexlessness in marriage. Number one, talking frequently and honestly to each other. This is not a matter of you talk today, you stop. Having found out what your problems are. For instance, if one of your problems is that because of the nature of the job you do, you don't tell your wife, I'm busy, I am working, I'm doing this. Sit down and have one-on-one discussion with your wife. One-on-one discussion. And when you are discussing, be honest to her. Tell her, be free to yourself, be truthful to yourself. Open up yourself to him or to her. Talking frequently to each other can help you rebuild your sexlessness marriage. At that same point, under the same talking to yourself frequently, the things we are going to talk about includes talking about your frustrations. Open up to her about your frustration. Open up to him about your frustration. Tell him it's because when you come back home, the way you frown your face is making me to be afraid of you. The way you frown your face is making me to be feeling unwanted. Tell her, because sometimes when I come to you, the smell I perceive is nothing to write home about. Be honest to yourself. Tell each other the obvious truth. Tell each other your frustration. Discuss your frustration. That is the point we are making. Discuss what is frustrating you from your partner. Discuss about sex. Talk about sex. Talk about it anyhow. As long as it is being discussed between the husband and the wife, it is not a sin. Discuss it. I have said it time without number. Anything you do with your wife on bed, whether you are discussing it, whether you are doing it, whether you are anything at all you are doing that has to do with sex, it is called righteousness, not sin. Discuss your anger. What is making you angry about your partner? Discuss it. This one-on-one. Talk about it. Don't hide it. Tell your partner why I am not always happy with you, and therefore it's a turn off for me during sex is because each time I come to you for something, you don't give me your attention. It's because each time I come back to the house, you are busy pressing your phone. I don't have your time. You don't want to have my time, and so on and so forth. Talk your anger to each other. Discuss it. Discuss your disappointment. What this person did that made you feel disappointed, that made you feel a kind of rejected. Discuss it with him. It will help you to revive your sexlessness marriage. It will help you to regain your marriage back. It will help your sexual intercourse to come back to its normalcy. Discuss and appreciate each other. Talk about appreciating one another. Tell the people, though you are not doing it very right here, but definitely this side you are getting it right. This side you are getting it right. Appreciate one another. It can also trigger the sexual urge that has dried over the months, over the years. It can also trigger it. Appreciate one another, which is very, very important. Talk about life generally. Talk about business. Talk about your neighbor. You should be gossip mates. Talk about school. Talk about your children. talk about families, talk about whatever you want, just talk about life generally. Talk about it. That is what we mean when we say talk frequently and be honest to each other on the process of doing the talk. Try to work together. That is number 2. Try to work together. If you have found out any problem among yourself, try to sit down together, work together. As you are discussing that together, find solution together. This is not time to blame, to say you are right, to say you are wrong. No, now it's time to sit down and figure out. For instance, you don't come home early again. You used to come home very early before, but now you don't come home early again. You people can sit down. He can now tell you, this is my reason for not coming home early. You can now say, no, I don't like it this way, and we can do it through this way, we can do it through the other way. 2 of you can sit down and fashion out solution to that problem. You can discuss it and you can work as a team. This time around, you don't need to be working separate. You work as a team to achieve this goal that you want to achieve. That is another thing in that area. Work as partnership. Work together to achieve this goal. The number 3 is keep connecting through communication. Don't let go. Even when you are not together, send text message, call on phone. Keep connecting. Keep connecting until your both souls are connected again together. Until your both spirits are connected again together. Keep connecting to each other. Call him on phone, call her on phone, give her a text message, tell her your whereabouts. Ask questions. Where are you? What are you doing now? Have you eaten? Some of those questions. Keep on those questions that you have stopped asking yourself for over the years. Revive it again and start it all over again. It will help you to get it right again. And like I said, I'm just informing you this briefly so that we go into the next thing we have, because we have a lot for you. As far as this channel is concerned, our duty is to be thrashing issues one after another to help you mend your marriage and repair your marriages. Finally, always care for one another. That is the most important thing. Leave the children here. Leave your friends, leave your neighbors, leave your family. Care for one another. You people came together for the purpose of both of you coming together. If those children are not there, you people will still be going together. Care, love one another, respect one another, care for one another. Take anything that concerns one another as your own. Deal with it together and fight for the betterment of your family. At this point, I will still ask you, always like and comment. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. God bless you.